Good morning, children. Welcome to class 11th biology once again. I hope you all are perfectly alright and stay home. Children, today we are going to start new chapter in class 11th biology, that is chapter number 8, cell, the unit of life. The very important, very interesting and very simple chapter you have studied in class 9th also, cell. Okay, so children, cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Why we are saying, or how can we say that it is the structural or functional unit of life? Because each and every living organism is made up of cell. Okay, so that's why we can say that the cell is the structural unit of life. Okay, and why we are saying it's a fundamental unit of life? Because all the task performed by the living organism is due to cell. Okay, the cells are divided to form the tissue. When grouped together they form the organ, and organs when are interconnected with each other they form organ system. Okay, and organ system to organism. So all the tasks that are performed by the various organ or organ system, that is made up of cell. Okay, the organ and organ system, and they perform the various function. So we can say that it is the fundamental unit of life. Okay, so in last we can say that cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Okay, in cell, children, first of all we'll take the introduction. In introduction, children, biology, that is a branch of biology that deals with formation, structure and function of cell. Okay, so basically cytology, a term that we used, the study of cell. Okay, the study of formation, structure and function of cell, a term that is cytology. But with the introduction of many new and powerful tools and techniques, the study living organism at cellular and molecular level, the expression cell biology is currently used. Okay, previously we are used the cytology, but nowadays cell biology, that is a correct word expression for the study of living organism at cellular and molecular level. Okay, clear? So cell biology, that is a scientific discipline that deals with the cell, the physiological properties, their structure and the organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, ribosomes. Okay, like the various organelles, they contain their interaction with their environment we study in cell biology. Okay, children, I repeat once again, the physiological properties and their structure, the organelles they contain, and their interaction with their environment. Okay, this done in the branch of biology, that is cell biology. Okay, clear about this? Now children, the research, okay, in cell biology, that is closely related to the genetics, biochemistry, molecular biology, immunology and developmental biology. These are various branches of biology like genetics, like biochemistry, molecular biology, immunology, and developmental biology. Okay, so the research of cell biology that is closely related to the other branch of biology also. Okay, now in cell biology, children, first of all, we'll start the study of discovery of cell. The discovery of cell is done by the Robert Hooke in 1665. Okay, Robert Hooke is the name of scientist that study the dead cell, that discovered the cell in 1665 in compound microscope. Okay, the Robert Hooke, they have examine a very thin slice of cork and saw a multitude of tiny pores that he remarked looked like the world of compartments. Okay, and they give the name cell. Okay, children, so Robert Hooke, they discovered the cell, but dead cell, in 1665. Okay, now after that, another scientist, uh, children, the Robert Hooke published a book that is Micrographia in London, and they give the description of cell, their discovery about cell in Micrographia. Okay, after Robert Hooke, the new scientist that is Antony von Leeuwenhoek has came, and they have done some improvement in the microscope, and they observe the leaf cell of bacteria, protozoa, red blood cell, sperms. Okay, actually he took the scurf from the rainwater. They mix with it, and they saw the mobility in the rainwater, and after that, by the use of their microscope, they see the cell of bacteria, protozoa, okay, in them, and later they also saw the blood cell, sperms cell in the beginning of 1648. Okay, so Antony von Leeuwenhoek, that is discovered the leaf cell. Okay, children, now next one, that is Robert Brown, the another scientist that has came, and they discovered the nucleus. They contain the genetic material, DNA or RNA. Okay, and DNA that is responsible for store the characters. Okay, the genetic characters. Okay, so Robert Brown, the name of scientist. Okay, he was the Scottish botanist. In 1831, they discovered a small rounded body within the cell of orchid roots. Later, they have given a term that is nucleus. So the discovery of nucleus is related to the Robert Brown, and they have done in 1831. Okay, children, another scientist that is Hugo von Mohl and Parikinje. Hugo von Mohl and Parikinje, they discovered the protoplast, that is the living matter. Okay, so Hugo von Mohl and Parikinje, they discovered the jelly-like substance in the cell, that is protoplast, in 1839. So some discovery that we are discussing today, that is the introduction about the cell. Okay, now next, children, that is cell theory. Cell theory was given by a German lawyer, Schleiden, and Schwann. Okay, Schwann and Schleiden. Schwann, that is German geologist, and the Schleiden, a German lawyer. Okay, they have given the cell theory. First of all, Schleiden concluded all plants were composed of cells. Okay, and later the Schwann concluded the same about animals, and they also said that both plants and animals are made up of cells, and they have a nucleus within the cell. Okay, so cell theory that is given by the Schwann and Schleiden. But later Rudolf Virchow, they have done some improvement. They have discovered some new points regarding the cell theory, and they said that all new cell must be come from pre-existing cell. Okay, so the first point that is given by the Schwann and Schleiden, all plants and animals are composed of cells. And Rudolf Virchow, they have added a new point in cell theory, that is all cells are come from pre-existing cell. Okay, they have given a Latin phrase, that is omnis cellulae cellula, cellula a cellula. Okay, the meaning that is the cell that is made up of pre-existing cell. Okay, Virchow, that is referred to as the father of pathology. Okay, and they have given that is the cells that are made up of pre-existing cell. Okay, children, another scientist, that is Louis Pasteur, he is also known as the father of microbiology. They conducted an experiment on the cell, and they proved that the life originate from the pre-existing life. Okay, the life always originate from the pre-existing life. This is demonstrated by Louis Pasteur. He is the father of microbiology. Okay, next, the cell theory is also known as the cell doctrine or cell principle, and it states the following points. First of all, in spite of enormous diversity of living organism, all organisms are composed of one or more cell. Okay, the first point, that is very simple. All organism, all plants, all animals that are composed of one or more cell. Okay, those are made up of one cell is known as unicellular, and those are made up of many cells, that is known as the multicellular. Okay, second, cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Okay, third, cells are also have hereditary units. Okay, because in cell the nucleus is found, and nucleus have DNA that store the heredity character. So that's why we can say that cells are also hereditary units. Okay, clear? The chemical composition and metabolic activities are also takes place in the cell. Next point, life passes from one generation to the other generation in the form of living cell. Okay, that means the cells that arise from the pre-existing cell. Okay, clear about this, children? In last, we'll conclude the following points regarding the cell theory. The cell theory that is given by the Schwann and Schleiden. Later, Rudolf Virchow also add some points in cell theory. So in cell theory, all organisms are composed of one or more cell. Cell is the structural and functional unit of life. They also have hereditary units and all cells that arise from pre-existing cell. Okay, clear? Next, children, cell as the basic unit of life. As I told you, it is a structural unit because each and every organism, living organism, that is made up of cell. Okay, so there are different level of organization. A group of similar cell that perform the specific function, they constitute a tissue. Okay, for example, muscle or gland. When several tissue that combine together, they form organ. Okay, organ like brain, heart, stem, roots. When two organs or more organs, they work together, they form organ system. Okay, like nervous system, circulatory system, excretory system. So we can say that, children, the cells, that is basic unit of life and it is the structural unit of life, and there are different level of organization. Okay, properties. Now last, that is the properties of cell. Cells are highly complex and organized. Cells are capable of producing more of themselves. Cell acquire and utilize energy. Cells carry out a variety of chemical reaction. Okay, that is metabolism takes place in the cell. Cells engage in numerous mechanical activities. Cells are able to respond to the stimuli. And last, that is cells are capable of self regulation. Okay, so this is the introduction we have taken about cell, like what is cell theory and the name of the various scientists that involved in the discovery of cell. So only the introduction that we have taken about cell today. Will continue this topic in the next video. I hope you have learnt properly what we have discussed. Thanks for your kind cooperation.